Hi guys, hope everything is fine with you. We have a guest today. I can't say she's a guest, she's a good friend of mine. Her name is Tenzin Chokey. Hi, welcome Tenzin.
Hi, thank you.
In fact, she's been in Dubai since last 10 years, and she is one of the rarest species on earth. That means she is a Tibetan born in India. Okay, and she is a businesswoman, very successful, running an advertisement company in Dubai. And she worked in a serial called Hi Dubai, right? In a Dubai.
Yeah.
Okay. Tenzin, welcome.
Thank you.
And I have a few things to get some information or your viewpoints on certain things which are related to the women community.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, you are a working woman. I mean, you are a businesswoman, and you work like normal people. What do you think the whole women community? How should they manage their work and life balance?
Okay. I mean, when you address women in UAE or Dubai, so that means you are trying to segregate if there is some less opportunity or less preference or something like that. So I mean, especially in UAE, I mean, you don't have any discrimination in terms of workforce. You know, whether you're a male or female, as long as you're qualified for the job and you're good enough for the job, I think you don't have any problem. However, it's quite natural that women have more responsibility in terms of work front and family. Yeah, so that is something that one have to prioritize family by family. If the woman have too much of responsibility at home, for sure maybe she cannot spare so much time for the career. Again, it comes back to the partner as well, that if she has to work, then they have to share the responsibility at home as well. That's
you mean the husband has to take more work at home even when if his wife has to go for a job?
Yeah, absolutely. Like in the sense, like let's empower her with all the the support, and like when you're at home, when both of you come back from work, I mean, you share the responsibility at home. I mean, you cannot dump everything for the woman just because she's a lady, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you think, like, how to build a life for a woman in UAE? See, many of them, I know many of them, they come, they were working in India as even in the technology front, programmers, including the engineers, MCA holders, and many of them, even MBA holders, they were working I've got some CVs who were working in Infosys. They were working in Infosys. When they got married, they have to come here, they have to take care of the family, and here it's very difficult for them to find a job. In such a scenario, they get depressed. Many of them, they are totally at home and nothing doing. So in that kind of a situation, how do you think they can come up in life?
I mean, just the first point that I can feel is that you are changing the country, right? So for sure, I mean, you can try to get around how the industry works here. Where are the jobs pertaining to your line of professionalism and the academics, and brush up on all these knowledge and skills which has been awarded decades ago. You have to renew all these things, get some training done, get yourself soft skills upgraded, and then just set out in the world. You just be seen there at the right place, apply to all the jobs, to the industry that you belong, and if you're good at what you are doing, and that's nobody's taking that away from you. It's just that a bit of confidence that you need on yourself. Yeah, that mostly people get held back because of that, especially with the years of gap in the career. So mostly the confidence get damaged, and then and also the spouse should also take a lead, also supportive encouragement and bit of a help. Yeah.
Okay, and how to keep yourself, safe and secure in the workplace normally? See, even after you get job, many of them, the women, okay, men and women both, when they are coming after marriage, young and beautiful and good looking, and after 2 3 years down the line, they become housewives carrying 2 3 kids again, then their lifestyles, that everything, it goes to a different way. But being in 10 years now in Dubai, you're fit and well, so how do you feel that, how can you tell them, what kind of things they have to take care?
I mean, first of all, you need to look after yourself. I mean, fitness and what you eat, and also what goes in your mind as well, spirituality and all this positive thinking, and keeping yourself updated with all the knowledge, so that itself makes a person very presentable and confident. And secondly, how to keep yourself secured in the workforce is basically, if you can be good at what you're doing, I mean, you're secured at job, so I don't think nobody will terminate you if you're good at what you're doing. And one should put 100% or 200% in a competitive market. And secondly, in terms of safety, as a safety also, I mean, that issue, I don't think it is much in this part of the world. It's a very professional space. There's no much of discrimination, and then it all belongs. I mean, it all again comes back to you, how you carry yourself, and then how you conduct yourself. That you don't fall in the prey of any discrimination and unsafe position. Yeah.
All right. And what do you think about a woman entering into business? See, of course, after getting the degrees and post graduation, they come from India and they are here, and they find a job and they go for interviews. And what do you think about getting into the business for a woman?
Getting into the business, not only for women, even for men at this internet of a thing age, is very convenient. I mean, and especially for women that we are addressing is a homemakers, or who have produced a kid and who have a responsibility of kids and family and husband. Internet business, even sitting from home, so those things, it's very feasible. It has never been easier. And then this part of the world, for business, there's no discrimination again. And in terms of the licensing, in terms of the projects, nobody will see whether you're a male or female owner.
But you get an advantage or a bit?
I mean, if you are presentable, if you know what you're doing and you're good at what you're doing, I mean, of course, there is an advantage. Yes.
In your see, for example, now in your lifestyle normally. What do you think? Like, they can improve how can they improve their life skills?
Lifestyle improvement.
Lifestyle or life skills? Whatever.
Life skills. Yeah. I mean, I would say that one should never stop learning. They should always upgrade their knowledge.
If they have kids and husband and taking care of them, and in between, how can they manage all these things?
Okay, so to suit their schedule, they can always learn something that can be possible within that constrained time and the space. So again, it depends on what kind of skill that person have, what kind of hobby that person have. Empowering themselves with the knowledge and then doing something out of that. Doesn't matter starting small, as long as you can invest your time right, and then if that gives you that satisfaction of job, because after having a professional life back home and then having a few years of homemaking life might hit you a little bit in terms of your self realization, or you might feel that I'm not doing anything worth it. My friends have already achieved so and so. So it's a priority, and then having a family also, it's a great achievement by itself.
This point I was hearing these kind of things. My friends were, when I was studying, after the studies, all my friends who studied with me, they are here, they are there, they have achieved so much. I'm still at home, I'm still nothing doing. This kind of thinking, many of the women I've seen, I've heard from them.
Yeah, that is actually a human tendency, and especially, I have so many young mothers who go through a post delivery depressions, and they get a lot of thoughts that way. However, it's a very human thing, and but one should not get into that so strongly, because I mean, delivering a kid itself is a big achievement. Not everybody will be blessed with that opportunity. And secondly, in life you have a time for everything. So concentrate whatever you're doing, whatever the stage of life you have. Be the best mother you can for that period of time. And then when you want to start something again, you give yourself best at that point of time. So when you just live in the present and try to make the best out of it, and and utilize your time as productive and as meaningful as possible. That's all I would say.
And the last question, in your 10 years of tenure in this UAE, you have been doing a wonderful business. Have you ever come across any kind of issues in your life, so that the hashtag me too, which has been so much, what do you think about those kind of things? Have you ever come across such situation, or where you have to either you have to compromise, or you have to bend your head, or you have to strongly defend on these things and you come up?
I mean, to be honest, now it's been over a decade in UAE. I've never felt I've never felt any time that I am helpless in any which ways. Even when I was working as a sales manager or sales executive, even when I am now as a business owner, I think it is, I don't know, it's very subjective to people, maybe,
Okay.
And I personally have not felt, maybe I'm too strong for that. Maybe the guys might be getting scared of me.
Okay.
That could be another one. But yeah, never. Unless, if you're a human being, if you have a mutual attraction or something like that, that's a different case. But in terms of having any kind of fearful situation or dominated either by any bosses or a manager or any client, no. Never. Never.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good that you've been doing already a lot of motivations and inspirations to many of your friends, especially, which I know. So what do you want to talk to the Indian community over here, or whoever it is, come across all the way from India or any part of the world abroad, and staying here with husbands and finding a job, or trying to find a job, trying to do a business and getting up their life? What do you want to tell them?
I mean, be very confident of yourself, and never kind of you as a human being, you will always feel pessimistic sometimes, but try to overcome that with a positive thinking and empower yourself with the skills and knowledge. Okay, so because when you are capable, nobody can take that away from you. Even in the workplace, you will start getting a lot of attention and even increments and bonuses and everything. So don't get disheartened. Just take the best out of every situation, because I feel that every situation, whatever you are in, there are so many more positive things than a negative thing that you can be thankful of. And you start from there and just keep going and have yourself confident, and you will be better off, I feel. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, a person like me who is so new to Dubai, know nothing about Dubai, and quite different from, I'm not so Indian, so but still very good receptive of everybody around, and it's just how you can add value to whatever work that you are doing or whatever business that you are doing, then you will get that positive feedback. Yeah.
All right.
That itself is the motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was really wonderful talking to you, Tenzin. Thanks a lot for sharing with all these thoughts. All right. And this is Tenzin Chokey, a Tibetan born in India and doing business, in Dubai. And it was really wonderful talking to her. And I'll come up with another subject with another person next. Yours on.
Thank you.
Munir Al Wafa. Thanks.